Welcome to Safe Money Retirement Radio with your host, Tim Wood. Tim is a certified financial fiduciary, a no-market risk retirement and income specialist, the #1 best-selling author of Safe Money Retirement, Your Game Plan for Success, and the founder of SafeMoneyRetirement.com. Tim is sought after nationally for his expertise in helping people secure their retirements. And as a certified financial fiduciary, he always works in the best interest of his clients. Mr. Wood is a licensed life insurance professional who specializes in working with people who are near retirement and those who have already retired with wealth management, income planning, and asset protection strategies. You can find out more about Tim and his strategies at SafeMoneyRetirement.com. And now, here to talk with you about no market risk retirement planning, your host, Tim Wood.
Welcome to Safe Money Retirement Radio. I'm Tim Wood, an asset and retirement protection specialist and certified financial fiduciary. I think all my listeners would agree that life has risks. In the Lord of the Rings saga, Bilbo Baggins said it best when he said to Frodo, "It's a dangerous business going out the door. You step onto the road, and if you don't keep your feet, there's no knowing where you might be swept off to." There is nothing in life that is 100% guaranteed on this earth, not our safety, relationships, property, and especially not our investments. Even financial products with contractual guarantees like fixed annuities or FDIC-insured bank accounts are not 100% guaranteed. The very air we breathe is not guaranteed, so how can anything on this earth come with an absolute guarantee? Something that has guarantees always has to be backed up by something else, and if that fails, the guarantees are gone. Although arguably the safest storage of wealth globally, even our currency, the US dollar, must still be backed up by the US government. So what do we do to protect our life, our property, and our retirement from risk, even if that risk is minimal? According to the National Fire Protection Association, there is about a 0.03 chance of having a house fire. What do you do despite having such a slight chance of your house catching on fire? Do you ignore the risk? Of course not. Even if your home is paid for, don't you still buy fire insurance that will repair or replace the house if it catches on fire? Of course you do, absolutely. You start by choosing an insurance company with a history and financial strength to back up its guarantee of covering damage from fire to your home. Based on reports from various mortality tables, a 60-year-old male has less than a 1% chance of death this year. Although nobody likes to think of dying, and even though 1% chance is more than most of us would feel comfortable with, it's still a minimal chance. Yet, what do we do if we have a loved one or business partner who will suffer financial consequences from our death? I don't even have to tell you because it's Financial Planning 101. You buy life insurance. If you don't have life insurance and have people who will be negatively impacted by your passing away, I bet you wish you had life insurance. Part of what I do for my clients is to review their existing life insurance policies to help them, and especially their beneficiaries, understand the products they bought and their benefits. Some benefits can be used while you're alive, so comprehensively reviewing your policies is very important. If you would like a complimentary review of your annuities, life insurance, or long-term care policies, give me a call at 844-905-SAFE. That's 844-905-7233. We will make sure your insurance is up to date with designated beneficiaries and let you know exactly what you've paid for. If your coverage is not adequate, we can discuss that also. If you're not medically qualified for additional life insurance or it's too expensive, we can go over some enhanced death benefit options without medical underwriting. In other words, we can increase the amount of money that goes to your loved ones, and you cannot be denied for medical reasons. Once again, my number is 844 844-905-SAFE. That's 844-905-7233. Getting back to risks in life and Bilbo Baggins warning us of going out the door and stepping onto the road, the U.S. Department of Transportation says there's about a 3% chance of being in a car accident in any given year. But once again, what do? We buy insurance for property and injuries if we're in an accident. This all seems so obvious, and it is. We buy home insurance to protect our home, life insurance for our beneficiaries, and auto insurance for our cars and the liabilities in an auto accident. Almost everyone knows this and doesn't think twice about covering these risks. If this is common sense, why don't people insure against one of the most significant risks we face to what is typically our largest asset, our retirement funds? The Stock Traders Almanac analyzed that there is roughly a 26% chance of experiencing a market loss in any given year. That 1 in 4 chance is an estimation based on 13 market downturns over a prior 50-year period. Now, you could also argue that the longer it has been since the last market crash, the closer we get to the next one. When the market is up, we all know that you can only capture your gains by pulling money out of your account, which turns paper gains into actual profits. What if you're retired or approaching retirement and the market drops? You have no choice but to capture losses if you access your money. What if you have to take your required minimum distributions and liquidate funds to pay for taxes? Once again, you have no choice but to turn your paper losses into actual losses. Do you want your paper gains to turn into paper losses and real losses? It's time to consider some real protection. Maybe you should look at a fixed indexed annuity that credits interest based upon an external index. During an indexing term, if the external index doesn't perform well, no interest may be credited, but no loss occurs either. Give me a call now at 844-905-SAFE. Once we talk, I can determine if we should meet. When you call, make sure you ask for our Safe Money Retirement Book and Information Kit, which we'll provide at our expense. My number again is 844-905-7233. Well, I'm out of time, and I'd like to thank you for listening to Safe Money Retirement Radio. If you're serious about your financial future, give me a call, and together, we'll get your retirement savings on the fast track to growth without market risk. Thanks for listening, and until next time at the same time, I'm Tim Wood, reminding you to stay safe so you can step into a secure future.
You've been listening to Safe Money Retirement Radio with your host, Tim Wood. Find out how to guarantee that your hard-earned money is safe with locked-in returns that will never go down due to market risk, so you can have the future that you deserve. Call Tim Wood now for your free copy of his #1 best-selling book, Safe Money Retirement, Your Game Plan for Success, along with the free Safe Money Retirement Information Kit at 844-905-SAFE. That's 844-905-7233. Or visit him online for more details at safemoneyretirement.com. The preceding information does not represent tax, legal, or investment advice. Surrender charges apply to base contracts. Optional lifetime income benefit riders are used to calculate lifetime payments only and are not available for cash surrender or in a death benefit unless specified in the annuity contract. Fees may apply. Guarantees are based on the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the insurance company. No information presented today should be acted upon without meeting with a qualified and licensed professional. Obviously, by calling us now, you are just taking the first step towards protecting your retirement. It's important that you read all insurance contract disclosures carefully before making a purchase decision. Rates and returns mentioned on this program are subject to change without notice. The market goes up and the market goes down. It always has, and it always will. But if you are in or near retirement, do you have time to wait for the market to go through these cycles? Think about it. Having your money invested in the market is like walking next to the edge of a cliff. What if you lose your step? What if the edge gives way? What if a strong wind blows you over the side? It's good to stay away from the edge of disaster in life, and when it comes to being exposed to financial risk, it's no different. Shouldn't you at least try to protect the money you depend on for your retirement income? Call now for a complimentary copy of the Safe Money Retirement Book. Our number is 844-905-SAFE. That's 844-905-7233. Safe.
You know what I want.
Money.
You know what I need.
Retirement Radio.
Give me money, give me money, give me money.
Give me some money.